Another day of hockey is over, and we had another great day with great matches, and instead of 5 games a day, we now have 6 games a day. Before we hop into the video, make sure you are subscribed for more videos, and let's get into the first game. Game 2 of the series as Carolina took a great game 1-3-2. Game 2 starts off with some physical play and speed. About 5 minutes in, Andrei Svechnikov and Aho come streaking in as Svechnikov puts one by Lundqvist to give the Canes a 1-0 lead. With about 8 minutes to go, Carolina gets into some penalty trouble with the Rangers on a 5-on-3 as the Rangers finally get a power play marker in the series, and it's the guy who needed a big game, Artemi Panarin puts one by Mrazek to tie it up as the period ends 1-1. Period 2 is underway and the Hurricanes are buzzing with 2 goals in just over a minute, one by Svechnikov off a shot from near the blue line and one from Martin Herc who puts one in on the doorstep. Just terrible for the Rangers as they cannot get another one. Cut the lead closer as the second period ends. Third period on the way and the Rangers just couldn't come back as the only goal of the period was scored with under 6 minutes to go by a young gun, Andrei Svechnikov, who records his first ever playoff hat-trick, and fun fact, the first ever Carolina Hurricanes playoff hat-trick. So big congrats to him and the Carolina for taking game 2 4-1 and putting the Rangers on the verge of elimination. We go back for game 2 as the injured Jets need a big win to tie up the series as they are without some of their top forwards in Scheifele and Laine. About 8 minutes in, it's an odd man rush for Winnipeg as a new addition to the lineup, Jansen Hawkins, ripped one past Talbot for his first career playoff goal. That would be the only goal of the period as we head to the second. Second period is underway and here come the Jets again. Almost 6 minutes in, the Jets throw a puck in front of the net to a wide open Adam Lowry as he finishes it past Talbot as the Jets take a 2-0 lead. But here comes Calgary a couple minutes later in the period. Elders gives away a bad pass right to Elias Lindholm as he rips a shot past Hellebuck to get the lead 2-1. And near the end of the period, Sam Bennett gets a lucky goal after a failed wraparound that hits defenseman Nathan Beaulieu in the foot and trickles in as the Flames tie it up to end the period with a game. And in the third, this was a rough period with lots of penalties and angry players, and it was the Jets without Laine and Scheifele who were able to clutch up and win a big game. Near the start of the period, Talbot made a huge save on Kyle Connor to keep the Flames in it, but with 9 minutes to go, Nikolai Ehlers gets a clutch tip as the Jets hold on to win a huge game. The second East round robin game is underway between two great teams in Tampa and Washington. The only goal of the first period was by Nikita Kucherov, who snipes the puck past Holtby in the right corner for a 1-0 lead heading to the second period. The second period had a lot more action. 7 minutes into the third, the death of Tampa strikes as Tampa gets a lucky bounce in front of the net, and Mitchell Stevens is there to put the puck in the net for a 2-0 lead. Now here come the Capitals. In the final 4 minutes of the period, the Capitals are able to tie the game as Panik finds a loose puck that squeezes by Vasilevsky as he gets the rebound, and minutes later on the power play, it's another squeaker that gets by Vasilevsky, and this time it's Kuznetsov who's there to tie the game heading to the third period. In the third, there was tons of chances but no goals as we head to overtime where both teams couldn't find the net, so they had to go to a shootout as round robin rules follows the regular season rules. And in the shootout, it went to round 3 where Kucherov scored the game winner over Baskram to give Tampa Bay a 1-0 start in a great battle. The second West round robin game is underway between Dallas and Vegas, and it starts off fast with Chandler Stephenson shot that squeezes through the legs of Bishop to give the Knights the lead in the first minute. That was the only goal of the period as both teams were fairly even. Second period is on its way and here come the Stars. Almost 8 minutes in and the Stars get a lucky one as Pavelski sends a puck in front as it bounces off a net and in. Lots of bounces in these playoffs so far. And not even a minute later, it's Alexiak with a wide open shot near the circle as he rips it past Leonard. About 4 minutes later on the power play, a shot comes in from the point and it's Corey Perry in front who gets a tip on it as the Stars take a 3-1 lead into the second period. In the third, Vegas is on fire. Just about halfway through the period, Stone is able to feed off the defense and rip a great shot past Bishop to get the Knights within 1. And just like the Stars in the second period, the Knights get a goal just a minute or so apart as the puck gets loose in the middle and it comes right to Nate Smith, who rips a shot by Ben Bishop to tie the game. And this is nuts. With 5 minutes to go, it's a William Carrier who pulls off a crazy through the leg shot when not even facing the net. What a goal! I recommend you go see that on NHL channel or Sportsnet channel if you haven't already. As Vegas takes a lead and end up winning 5-3 from an empty netter from Carlson. So the Knights rally back to win a big game as they are 1-0 in the round robin. Game 2 on the way as Montreal could shock the world and go up 2-0 in the series. Game starts off the same way as last time, the Penguins with the outshooting and momentum, and this time it's them getting the first goal from Sidney Crosby as he was wide open as Lemire could not catch him in time as Crosby puts it through the legs of Price to make it 1-0. The Habs go into lots of penalty trouble again, taking multiple too-many-men penalties in the period, but the Penguins struggled on it again as they didn't score as the lead is 1-0 after the first. There were no goals in the second period, but my god was it just domination by the Pens, outshooting Montreal 13-6 in the period. The only reason it's still 1-0 is Price. Kyle was an animal this period as he is keeping the Habs in the game like usual. The Habs can't stay out of the box, especially Armia, who has 3 of the 5 Canadian penalties as the second period ends. And in the third period with under 6 minutes to go, the Penguins look to ice the game as Zuko scores on a 2-on-1 break as Price couldn't get there in time. But with just over 2 minutes to go, it's a 20-year-old again, just Perry Kotkaniemi puts the rebound in to cut the lead to 1. Sucks the Canadians couldn't score earlier as they cannot complete the late comeback as the Pens get an empty netter to tie the series at 1. Price with 35 stops as the team in front of him just couldn't get it going until the end. The final game of the night is the Oilers in Chicago as this game is huge to both teams. This game starts out flying for Edmonton with a goal 19 seconds in from the god himself Connor McDavid, who puts in a loose puck in front to make it 1-0. And a couple minutes later, it's McDavid again with an awesome goal as he uses his speed to blow by Chicago and tuck a backhander in to put the Oilers up 2-0. Almost halfway through the first, it's Chicago who gets one back as their star player Patrick Kane takes a pass from behind the net and puts it in as the period ends with 2-1. In the second, we have lots of goals, starting with a goal not even 2 minutes in from the blue line from Ennis as that puck finds a way through a ton of bodies to put the Oilers up by 2. A couple minutes later, it's Chicago who gets on the board as Slater Coke has a wide open one-timer to cut the lead back within 1. With 5 minutes to go in the second, it's Olli Mata who takes a shot from the blue line that trails past Koskinen as Chicago ties it up. And finally, the last goal of the period is on the power play with 3 minutes to go as it's Connor McDavid who notches his first career playoff hat-trick as he joins Svechnikov with another bounce goal in the playoffs as his shot bounces off the foot of Keith as the Oilers lead 4-3 after the second period. And in the third, it's the Oilers who finish off the Hawks with 2 quick back-to-back goals with under 13 minutes to go as Corey Crawford gets pressure behind the net by the Oilers as James Neal steals the puck and puts it in the open net. Now a minute later, this line keeps the pressure on with a great effort by this line as James Neal gets the puck towards the net and Alex Chason found a loose puck to put it in past Crawford who didn't know where it was. As this series is crazy with 10 goals in Game 1 and 9 goals in Game 2 as Edmonton ties up the series. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know below what your thoughts are and let me know what your predictions are for today's games. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.